Section 5 of Nuggets of the New Thought by William Walker Atkinson. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Look aloft. The old sailor's advice, the warning cry, peace and content, mental balance recovered, the glory of the universe, all governed by law, the law manifests everywhere, a reverent feeling of calm, peaceful faith. Look aloft. I recently heard a little tale about a boy who went to sea in the old days of the sailing vessel. One day he was ordered to go aloft, and was urged on until he reached the highest possible point on the mast. When he found that he could go no farther, he glanced down. The sight terrified him, and almost caused him to lose his grip and fall headlong on the deck far below. He felt dizzy and sick, and it seemed almost impossible for him to maintain his hold on the mast. Far below was the deck, looking so small as compared to the wide expanse of water on all sides of it. The motion made him feel as if he was suspended between heaven and earth, with nothing substantial to support him. He felt his brain reeling, and his senses leaving him, and all seemed lost. When far away from the deck below, he heard an old sailor cry, "Look aloft, lad! Look aloft!" Turning his eyes from the scene below, the boy gazed upward. He saw the blue sky, the fleecy clouds passing peacefully along, looking just the same as they did when he had looked at them while lying on his back on the green grass of the meadows in his country home. A strange feeling of peace and content came over him, and the feeling of dread, terror, and despair passed away. His strength and presence of mind came back to him, and soon he was able to slide down the mast until he grasped a friendly rope, thence to the lower rigging, and on until the deck was again reached. He never forgot the old sailor's advice given in the hour of need, and when he would feel dazed and fearful of danger, he would invariably look aloft until he recovered his mental balance. We may well take a leaf from the old sailor's notebook and impress his wisdom upon our minds. There is nothing so good in hours of trial, doubt, sorrow, and pain as to look aloft. When we feel that we cannot see clearly with our spiritual vision, that our spiritual sight is blurred and dim, that we lose faith and confidence, hope and courage, that we feel the deadly sensation of despair and hopelessness creeping over us and benumbing our senses, stilling our heart, then is the time for us to listen to the warning shout, "Look aloft, lad, look aloft." When all seems lost, when darkness is closing around us, when we seem to have lost our foothold and have no way of regaining it, when all appears hopeless, gloomy, and dreadful, when faith seems to have deserted us, and the chill of unbelief is on us, then is the time for us to shout to ourselves, "Look aloft, look aloft." When we try to solve the riddle of the universe, the problem of existence, by the aid of the intellect, unsupported by faith, when we ask our intellects, "Whence come I? Whither go I? What is the object of my existence? What does life mean?" When we travel round and round the weary path of intellectual reasoning and find that it has no ending, when we shout aloud the question of life and hear no answer but the despairing echo of our own sad cry, when life seems a mockery, when life seems to be without reason, when life seems a torment devised by a fiend, when we lose the feeling of nearness to the infinite power that has supported us in the past, when we lose the touch of the unseen hand, these are the times for us to look upward to the source of wisdom and light. These are the times for us to heed the cry of the soul, "Look aloft, look aloft, look aloft." Some clear night, when the moon is not shining, go out into the darkness and gaze upward at the stars. You will see countless bright spots, each of which is a sun equaling or exceeding in size the sun which gives light and life to our little earth, each sun having its circling worlds, many of the worlds having moons revolving around them in turn. Look all over the heavens as far as the eye can reach, and endeavor to grasp the idea of the countless suns and worlds. Then try to imagine that in space, far beyond the reach of human vision, even aided by the telescope, are millions upon millions of other worlds and suns, on all sides of us, on and on throughout the universe, reaching into infinity. And then remember that all these worlds hold their places and revolve according to law. And then remember that the microscope shows that law manifests itself in the smallest thing that can be seen by its use. All around you, you will see nothing but the manifestations of law. And then remembering that the infinite, which has us all in charge, takes note of the fall of the sparrow, what has become of your fears and doubts and worries? Gone is your despair and unbelief, and in their place is found a reverent feeling of calm, peaceful faith. Aye, there is much good sense in the old sailor's maxim, "When you get rattled, look aloft." End of section 5.